I'm joined by Paul Doswell ahead of what is a playoffs decider against Chippenham Town on Saturday. Paul, first of all, let's just go back, 0-0 draw against Hemel on Monday.
Yeah, ironic, isn't it, that if we had won the game, that it would have made no difference anyway. And it was one of the stranger games that I've managed, because we knew with with Chippenham winning 2-0, that as long as we kept a clean sheet, then we'd be in the pole position, if you like, because the draw would then benefit us more so than Chippenham. So it was a strange game Saturday in that sense. We had 3 or 4 very good chances to get ourselves a win against a Hemel side that, I've got to say, gave it everything. Obviously it was their last home game of the season. I thought they had a poor performance on the Saturday before, and I think their management team obviously got into them to give them a better performance. So when you look back on it, I think the draw was about right. We were pleased in the end to come away knowing that we put ourselves in a good position. And again, it was another clean sheet. I think that's our 6th clean sheet in 7 games. So credit to the whole team as well, because you defend from the front.
Now looking ahead to Chippenham, I was thinking about this earlier. There won't be many scenarios like this across all levels of football where it does come down like this on the final day.
I've been involved, as you know, in football a long time, and I haven't had a situation in my career yet where the last game of the season dictates, whether you get your stated aim or whether you don't. So, from that point of view, it's unusual. I think it's exciting. This is why we're all involved in football, to be in these games, and I just think everyone's looking forward to it. Probably, from the Chippenham end and certainly from our end, because over a whole season, both teams deserve to be where you deserve to be, and currently, after 40 or 39 games, we're 7th and they're 8th. So, both of us deserve the opportunity. It'll be a good game on Saturday, I'm sure. And listen, one of us is going to be massively disappointed, and one of us is going to be, over the moon. But in that context, being over the moon and getting through, it just means you've got another game Thursday, which is equally going to be as tough. So, whilst it's very, very important, and whilst we're looking forward to it, hopefully for either of us, it's just a step to get into that next phase of the playoffs.
And that side that visit us, Chippenham, what's your assessment on them? They'll be coming with a hell of a fight.
Yeah, well, they're very, very competitive. They've got a midfield that runs and runs and runs. Luke Russ and Hanks and Mayhew, a very good 3 in that midfield. The boy Jordan Young has had a very good season, good player. And then they've got that strength at the back with Richards and Parcell and Greenslade, Spencer Hamilton when he was fit. So, you go through their whole team, and they put in a shift for the club, and you can see that they're very together. But they've also got some very good technical players that have been at professional clubs, and know this league, and have done well.
And you mentioned previously how the results went our way with us being able to get through with the draw. Does that bring off a little bit of pressure, or is it just going to be business as usual, try and get that win?
No, I don't think you can. You can't set up in any game to try and draw. We never even do that going away from home. Away from home, the first thought is you want to win the game. Perhaps when you get in the last 5 or 10 minutes, depends how the pressure is. You don't want to lose the game. But for us Saturday, we come on the back of, winning 6 and drawing one of our last 7. We've scored 22 goals in those 7 games. And it would almost be football suicide to change what we've been doing in this last 7 games. So, the players are very confident here. The crowds have got bigger and bigger. We get great home support here, and I think Saturday we could have 2,000 or 3,000 people here. So, we know that it's going to be a big event, and I think that's what will really help the players. I think the players want to play in front of big crowds and basically games that matter.
And it's so exciting having that crowd. How important are they to cheering on the lads, especially in games like this?
Yeah, you've only got to see how much they've helped us away from home. Big support at Bath, big support at Hemel on Monday. Very vociferous support we've got as well. So listen, they've been magnificent, the supporters, and like I said, now we've started rewarding them at home. With these 6 wins and the draw, they've started to really get behind us here as well. So, as I said, the support has been amazing, really, all season. But we need it. We need them at their best on Saturday. But I just think the numbers will come. There's no other local football. Gosport have finished, and Bognor have finished. Portsmouth have finished, and obviously, the Portsmouth season ticket holders can come in for just £6. So from that point of view, with the Flexley offers, all the children's schools tickets that we've given out, we just need everyone who cares anything about this football club to come to the game Saturday and support the team.
And the fact that they get to watch this team in this position, I mean, it's been a very rollercoaster season for you guys.
Yeah, it has. I mean, we had a very good start. You know, I think we were fourth going into Boxing Day at Dorking. We made it into the first round of the FA Cup, which is never easy in teams at our level. Had a brilliant day out at Charlton. Took over 1,000 people to Charlton. You know, brilliant support at Charlton. Remember that forever. And then we had the from Boxing Day almost last until that first week in March, and that's what's derailed the season for us. That's what's put us in the position of taking it to the last game. I think the reasons for that have been well documented. We don't need to go back over it, but if you look at our form over the last 3 months, it's been outstanding. Say 1 defeat in 14, 29 points from those 14 games. We go into it probably in the best shape that we've been in all season.
And I feel as though, I remember you saying, but I think it was before the Dulwich game, you saying to the players, you may think I'm mad, but I know that we can do this in playoffs. Your determination yourself and you and Birdie's determination, that just shows everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we've done it before. It's football's never easy, and whilst I've been manager for 25 years now, I've had seasons where I think we were 17th at Sutton in January. We went on to win the league by winning 24 out of 25 games. And the thing is, in football, there is nothing to stop you winning every game. You just need confidence. You need something to change. It's luck. A lot of it in football is luck. You only got to see Manchester City last night. They were through. Commentators were already talking about the final in Paris against Liverpool. That's the 90th minute. Madrid hadn't had a shot on goal at that point. And 2 minutes later it's 2-2, and that's the unbelievable thing about football. Chippenham, whilst it didn't make any difference at their ground, they're 2-0 up, they get pegged back to 2-2, and from the kick-off they go 3-2 up. So that's why we love this game. It's not boxing. You get knocked out in boxing, but in football, you can have 7 shots cleared off the line, you can hit the bar 6 times, but if you don't finish a team off, they've always got that chance at the end, and I think that's what makes this particular sport such an attractive one to watch.
So just finally, going back to the game, in terms of the lads in camp, what's their morale and what's the availability of the squad?
Yeah, so we refer back to when we didn't have anyone available. We had at times no defenders, we had no midfield for a patch, and then we had no strikers for a patch. Currently, out of the 18 squad that we've got, everyone's fit and available. Oscar's come back and trained today. Alex Wall's come back in and trained really well today. So it's momentum. It's getting players back fit. It's getting players back in form. You've only got to look at James Roberts. Since he's come back from his loan. The likes of the difference that Stroll and Dooku and Payne have made. To the group. So we come into it, in the best possible form. I think the best possible mood. Great atmosphere out there in training today. But ultimately, so will Chippenham. Chippenham got a fantastic team spirit, and you can see that from a mile off. They're all playing for each other, they're all playing for the manager. Gary Horgan's done unbelievable to take over a side when a manager's left and still continue to get that out of his team. And perhaps they're playing a little bit more under Gary than they were previously. So I just think it's going to be a really, really exciting game. It's going to be a good game. Listen, we're at home. I think rightly so would be the favourites to go through because we got the draw in our favour. But Chippenham will feel that they're coming here with every single chance to get into the playoffs as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dos.
Cheers, mate.